stand in front of my city hall to my sports homeless vets. Like,
well, I mean,
we can't have that.
if it wasn't safe,
you stand in front of my city hall to my sports homeless vets. Like,
well, I mean,
we can't have that.
I'm not trying to give you a hard time, dude. So, is there a reason why you want to stand here?
God put it in my heart to stand right here and spread the message. God bless the homeless veterans.
The ladies didn't feel comfortable somebody just hanging out in front of City Hall.
Okay.
And being that it's on city property, they have the right to ask you to leave. You can go stand on that corner. You can go stand anywhere it's not actual city property and do as you wish, brother, and spread the message. Now, if you refuse to leave, then it would be trespassing, and then you'd be in trouble.
Am I being trespassed?
As of now, you are. Give me your ID. Now it's an investigation. I want your ID.
Leave, then.
No, give me your ID. You're not free to go now. Because now you want to play the game. Go ahead and give me your identification.
If you're trespassing me, I'll leave.
Give me that identification or you're going to jail. I'm not going to ask you a third time. I want your identification so I can identify you and trespass you. You failed to comply with my investigation, which was I asked you to leave nicely initially. You wanted to play the game with me. Now I'm playing the game with you.
Well, I said
Let me have your identification. Let me have your identification.
I said I would.
Identification. I'm not going to say it. Handcuffs. Turn around.
I'm engaged in constitutional protection.
Turn around.
This is a demonstration of why you should never trust cops, especially the ones who come at you like they're nice and they're your friend and they're your buddy and everything's a-okay and hey, you're cool, everything's going good. This video right here comes from Honor Your Oath, Jeff from Honor Your Oath Civil Rights Investigations. And what he says under this video is, this is the body camera video from Sergeant Heminger of the Port Wentworth Police Department regarding my unlawful arrest. Guys, if you haven't seen this, even if you have seen this, hang on to your seats. This body camera video gives us a unique opportunity to hear what was said between the city of Port Wentworth staff and Sergeant Heminger regarding Jeff from Honor Your Oath Civil Rights Investigations. And he says this is truly an outrage, and I think that you will agree. This cop, first of all, he took an oath to the Constitution. Part of that Constitution is the First Amendment to protect freedom of speech. Jeff from Honor Your Oath YouTube channel couldn't be more in the right. He's standing on the steps of City Hall, which is public property. The cop has an opportunity to tell the women inside who want Jeff removed from the property, hey, Jeff is carrying a sign that's basically saying, God bless the homeless vets. You know, so he's doing something good. He's well within his constitutional rights to do what he's doing, where he's doing it on public property. And the cop has an opportunity to tell the women inside who want Jeff removed, hey, you know what? I'm here to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States for all people at all times in all places. But he doesn't do it. Let's check it out.
Well, I mean, if it wasn't safe.
Okay, so here's Jeff. That's his sign. God bless the homeless vets.
Came inside and asked her to use the restroom.
Yeah.
She told him, yeah, you could go upstairs, but he didn't go.
Okay.
He just went on out the door, and now he's kind of hanging out front.
All right, I'll ask him to.
So just...
He's kind of hanging out front. He's kind of doing something. He's kind of engaged in a constitutionally protected activity, and we just want him removed. The cop at this point should have said, well, you know he has a constitutional right to be there. You know, people do this all the time at city halls. As a matter of fact, groups of people stand on the steps of City Hall and do massive, loud protests with bullhorns and music. You know why they can do it? Because it's public property.
Sweetly ask him to just float along.
Yes, ma'am. I'll take care of that for you.
I
love serving multi-purpose roles. Just to let you know, we also reset the AC to 72 upstairs, so it'd be cool for you guys for the...
Good, thank you. Yeah, but he just standing out there with his sign.
All right.
They're acting all super nice, but they're going to turn into super nice tyrants, which erases all of your niceness.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, not much.
How you doing, man?
All right.
Doing okay?
Yes.
All right. What's your first name?
Sergeant Heminger?
Yeah.
My name first name's Jeff. Jeff?
Jeff?
Yes, sir.
All right, Jeff. Hey, man. First, I appreciate the sign. That's awesome.
I'm hard of hearing, so can you speak up?
Yes, sir. So I appreciate the sign. That's pretty awesome. The ladies in front have asked me if you could go find another location to hang out. I mean, not doing anything wrong. You're not breaking any laws by any means.
Not doing anything wrong, not breaking any laws by any means. Just keep that in mind because he says it a couple times.
Okay. They just, right here in front of City Hall is a little bit different area. You know what I'm saying? It's city property.
City property?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, you can go legitimately, you can go at the corner on this side of the grass. You can go anywhere along the side of the road.
Yes.
Just, this is city property, so they were asking if you don't mind just finding their location. You're not breaking any laws. You're not in trouble.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
Okay, again, you're not breaking any laws. You're not in trouble. The women inside just asked you to leave. Well, officer, it's your job to tell the women inside he doesn't have to leave. He's doing what he has a perfect right to do. As a matter of fact, he has a constitutional right to do it. So he has a double right to be there because I swore to protect his right to be there. And if you ask me to ask him to leave, I'm just going to have to politely say, no, ladies, not today. Ain't going to happen. Never on my watch, never on my shift. I'm never going to do that. But that's not how he does, because he wants to placate to the ladies inside, which means he doesn't care about his oath or the Constitution of the United States, specifically the First Amendment, and he doesn't care about Jeff or his sign, and he's willing to trample his rights so that he can score brownie points with the women inside.
Just hang out here.
Well, that's kind of the issue. They don't want us to sit out here.
Too bad.
So, because it's city property, so they can ask you to leave if they want you to.
But you said I'm not breaking any laws or anything.
Well, no, but they're also the city owns the property, so they can ask you just to hang out somewhere else.
I'd rather not.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
Sounds good, really? Really does it? When Jeff says I'd rather not, he's saying that for every single one of us. He's saying, I'm taking a stand. I'm taking a stand. You clearly said I'm doing nothing wrong. I'm taking a stand.
Did he give you a hard time?
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Oh, bless his heart. They're so nice. It's like, no, Your Honor, don't press charges against that thief because he was so nice. But my kidnapper was so nice.
So we're holding out with a 71 in front of City Hall. Non-combative. Can you start me a patrol unit?
Calling for backup for a guy who did nothing wrong.
413 City Hall, 718.
I need you to call a unit off of his regular beat where he could be arresting kidnappers and robbers and rapists and murderers. But we got somebody out here in front of City Hall just standing for their rights, man. So we need to exhaust some resources. We need to employ some additional manpower for somebody who's clearly not breaking the law, not committing a crime.
All right, so technically he's not breaking laws, but he's on city property, so
Yes.
we can ask him to leave.
Yes.
And that's what I told him. I said, you're not breaking any laws. The ladies don't feel comfortable with you standing out here.
Got it.
I said, you're welcome to go stand over in the corner, down there, down there, down there.
He just said 5 times you're not breaking a law. I'm going to arrest you anyway, though. No, you're not breaking a law, but I'm going to kidnap you.
So now if he doesn't leave, it's trespassing.
Okay. Well, hopefully he will just go.
He's already,
right
well, he's
there.
like, I don't feel like leaving. I was like, well, I get that, but he's
He
like, I'd rather not.
Feel
I'm
like it? Is that what he said?
He'd rather not. He was polite about it. And I said, well, you're not breaking any laws, but you are on city property.
That's number 6. You're not breaking any laws. Number 6, this guy is totally hanging himself.
It's owned by the city. If they don't feel comfortable with you standing out here, even though you're spreading a good message, you have to leave the property.
He can't stand in front of my City Hall.
Did you hear what he said about owned by the city? Listen to this.
I was like, well, I get that, but he's like, I'd rather not.
Feel
I'm
like it? Is that what he said?
He'd rather not. He was polite about it. And I said, well, you're not breaking any laws, but you are on city property. It's owned by the city. If they don't feel comfortable with you standing out here, even though you're spreading a good message, you have to leave the property.
He can't stand in front of my City Hall to my sports homeless vets. Like,
Well, I mean,
we can't have
if
that.
it wasn't,
And
you
he
know,
probably
but
could.
considering it's city property,
We can't have a guy out there saying God bless homeless vets. We can't have that. She later on says, yeah, he's acting like we'll give him some water. He's kind of like a stray.
I mean,
We can't have
if
that.
it wasn't,
And
you
he
know,
probably could.
but considering it's city property, it's considered private property,
Yeah.
so he can go stand on the roadside anywhere else.
When in the history of mankind does city property equal private property? I pulled this up right here. What is the difference? I mean, just a regular Google search. What is the difference between public and private property? Public properties are land and buildings owned and directly managed by public authorities, which are used for public purposes, i.e. city halls. City halls aren't private property. They're public property. It's amazing. It's amazing the stupidity that's going on here. The blatant disregard for an oath.
So I got a patrol unit coming, that way I can talk to him some more and see what's going on.
Keep us safe.
And then I got to come see you. So I'm not trying to give you a hard time, dude. So is there a reason why you want to stand here?
God put it in my heart to stand right here and spread the message. God bless the homeless person.
I'm all for that. I'm all for you recording. I got no issue with that, okay?
All right.
I got my body cam on. So
Okay.
I don't even know what that's for. Probably so you can get across the intersection.
He doesn't know what that's for. That guy right there that you just heard his sirens blaring across that intersection is the backup that this Sergeant Heminger just called for. I don't know what that's for. Give me a break.
Anyways, so what I did was I called for a patrol unit because I'm actually working for the code enforcement section, okay? I'm still a police officer. This is city property, okay? And you do have the right to spread your message anywhere you want unless it's private property. Then they have the right to ask you to leave. They can't
There's the cruiser pulling up that you just heard the sirens come from.
tear your sign up or anything like that,
Right.
but that's the whole point of why I was out here talking to you. The ladies didn't feel comfortable with somebody just hanging out in front of City Hall.
Okay.
And being that it's on city property, they have the right to ask you to leave. You can go stand on that corner, you can go stand anywhere it's not actual city property, and do as you wish, brother, and spread the message.
Okay.
So that's all I'm saying.
So it's based on the feelings of the women inside. So he's not law enforcement. He's feelings enforcement.
Okay? Now, if you refuse to leave, then it would be trespassing, and then you'd be in trouble. So I'm asking you nicely, if just to relocate. That's all I'm asking you to do. You can go spread that message with love any way you want, other than city property right here. Exactly. You understand what I'm saying?
This is city property?
All this is City Hall. This is city property.
All right. Am I being trespassed?
As of now, you are. Give me your ID.
There he goes.
Now it's an investigation. I want your
I'm
ID.
leave then.
No, give me your ID.
There
You're not
goes
free
the
to go
ego.
now.
Ego.
Because now you want to play the game. Go ahead and give me your identification.
Ego alert. He's going off. He's going off. You just trampled this guy's fragile ego, Jeff. Be careful.
If you're trespassing me, I'll leave.
Give me the identification or you're going to jail.
Give me my...
Give me your identification so I can identify you and I can trespass you. Then you can leave. I'm not going to ask you a third time.
If I get arrested, I'll lose my job.
I'm not trying to arrest you. I'm trying to get you to comply with me, and you're trying to refuse to do that. So listen to me carefully. I want your identification so I can identify you and trespass you.
What crime do you suspect me of?
Sir?
What crime do you suspect me of?
You're failing to follow a lawful order, which is they've asked you to leave city property or asked me to ask you to leave. You're refusing to do so. Now I'm going to trespass you from the property because I asked you 3 times nicely to step off somewhere else.
Leave then?
No, now you wanted to refuse, so now I'm going to identify you and I can trespass you.
If I don't give you my ID, I'll go to jail.
That's exactly correct. You'll be arrested. You'll be fingerprinted and released. So all I want is your identification. No, not because of the sign, but because you failed to comply with my investigation, which was I asked you to leave.
There was no reason to conduct an investigation because this guy made it clear 6 times that no law had been broken, no crime was being committed. So it's basically this law enforcement officer, policy enforcer, walking up to this guy, harassing him, issuing threats of violence, telling him, hey, if you don't get off this property, we're going to arrest you. Now, if you don't give me the ID, we're going to fingerprint you and arrest you. This is going south real quick because this cop got his ego bruised because he is not a man of principle and is not standing on his oath to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. And now he's going to economically terrorize this guy by arresting him for obstruction.
Nicely initially, you wanted to play the game with me. Now I'm playing the game with you.
Well, I said
Let me have your identification.
I said I would.
Identification. I'm not going to say it. Handcuffs. Turn around.
I'm engaged in constitutional protection right here.
Turn around. Let me see your sign.
And now this guy right here, this other cop, now he's complicit in the crime that Sergeant Heminger is in the progress of committing.
You put your phone in your pocket. All you have to do is give me your ID, bud. What's so hard with that? You know the game because you want to say, am I being trespassed? You could have gave me your ID. I would have trespassed you and let you walk off, brother.
Yeah, you were telling me to leave. I would rather not leave.
No, you're playing the game with me is what you're doing.
If you're trespassing me, I'll leave.
I asked you to leave before that. You wanted to play the game and make me trespass you. Don't play dumb games, man. It's going to get you in trouble.
Don't turn it. Why are you stopping
I'm putting
the
it in your
recording?
phone. I'm putting it in your...
You just stopped the recording, and
It's all recorded right here. And it's all recorded right here. I'm saving your battery.
Take my phone and start recording again.
Sure, gladly. If that's what you want me to do, brother, I will do that for you.
Thank you.
There you go.
Can you
Put it in your
my
pocket.
shirt pocket right here?
I'm going to put it in this pocket so it won't fall out because it's an iPhone. I don't want to break it, dude. I don't have the money to replace your phone. You see how this easy this would have been? Here, officer, here's my ID. Now, I probably would have trespassed you because I asked you at least 5 to 6 times to step off the property. You said politely that you didn't want to do that.
Yeah, basically he's saying, See, all you had to do is give up your right, your Fourth Amendment right to be secure in your person. All you had to do is give us your ID. That's all you had to do. Just give up your rights, and then you could be on your way. Nope, sorry, not going to do it, says Jeff.
I didn't have a problem with that. I went back and asked the ladies, I said, what do you feel comfortable with? They said, no, I don't feel comfortable with standing out here because there's a bunch of ladies that work in here. Even though you're not being violent, they have the right to ask you to leave, partner.
No, they don't.
All you had to do is go step off to the next land property over there and you could spread the message of love all day. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to bust your chops, man. I'm just doing my job.
I'm going to remain silent at this point.
No, he's actually not doing his job. His job is to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States and actually apprehend real criminals who are engaged in real crimes.
You have that right. You have that right. The only thing you have to answer is name, date of birth, and about your current address. Is all that current on your license?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. All right, hang tight for a second. I'm going to grab your sign so we can take that with you, okay?
You had to take him on in, huh?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, he's under
That's a good
arrest.
point. It really didn't escalate. It wasn't even escalating that quickly until backup arrived. When backup arrives, expect it to escalate, because then it's almost like now they're trying to show out or show off in front of their fellow comrades there, and I do mean comrades.
I asked him 4 more times. I said, listen, you're not breaking the law essentially by standing out with a sign. I said, but ladies don't feel comfortable with you being on the property because it's just a bunch of ladies, even though you're not being disorderly. I said, they have the right to ask you to leave. It is City Hall property. All you have to do is go to the next corner over here, out on towards the road. As long as you're not on the roadway, you can go anywhere else, and I'll let you walk off. So he started playing the game. Well, am I being trespassed? I was like, you know what, let me have your ID. And then he refused to give it to me, so now it was being charged with obstruction. So, yeah, he's like, well, I'll just leave now. I was like, no, we're past that point now. We're playing the game.
See, there, gave you a chance.
So, I'm going to take his sign and everything with him. He's going to end up getting released, but I'm going to have
He feels justified in recounting that story to them. You can tell it makes him feel good that he has the affirmation of the women, of the ladies in City Hall. Doesn't that make Mr. Copper feel just so good? Look, people are sharing in my wrong-headedness and my wrong thinking and my tyranny. Hey, they're solidifying me in my tyranny. They're supporting and applauding my tyranny. They're patting me on the head. I'm a good boy. Am I a good boy? See, I did it. I helped you guys. I was the feeling police.
him banned from the property.
Good.
From City Hall. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
Banned from the property. Tyrant.
That's all I'm doing. They're not public property saying God bless the homeless veterans.
Right, but they
Now
asked
we
you
got
to just go
3
stand on the
units.
corner, man. It's just because there's a bunch
Now
of
we got 3 units. Now we have more resources and more manpower for somebody who clearly, even the sergeant said, was not committing a crime.
ladies up here. That's all it was. And then you tried to play the game with me, right?
No, but you don't understand. Half the people you're talking to are vets. I mean, we care about that, but we also have rules. I mean, you can't just do what you want.
And then when I asked you to leave, and you said, well, are you being trespassed? I said, well, not yet, but I'm trying to help you.
Not one cop here. What do you got? Okay, so we got the sergeant, Sergeant Heminger, who was on the scene first. Now we got this guy. Now we got this guy. Now we got this guy. We got no less than 4 cops on the scene, and nobody's going to step forward and go, wait a second, what was just for clarification, what was the guy doing again? He had a sign that God bless homeless vets, and he's standing on public property, displaying a sign of love and charity and goodwill. And the women inside didn't feel comfortable with the guy engaging in a clearly constitutionally protected activity. And this guy's got his hands handcuffed behind his back, and you're about to kidnap him for doing nothing wrong and actually exercising his rights. No cop's going to step forward and say, what is wrong with you, man? Come on, get with the program. Where's your principal? Didn't you take an oath? Not one of these cops. Every single one of them is a tyrant. Every single one of them is go along to get along. Every single one of them is just a freaking order follower. And the conduit by which most evil enters through the world is through all of these badged order followers right here.
Just walk off. And he said, well, I'm being trespassed? I said, okay, now we're going to play the game. And then you refused to give me your ID. That was a big problem. Now you're under arrest for obstruction.
Obstruction.
When y'all put him in the car? Follow this officer over here.
Nobody's going to stop and ask questions. Gestapo. Pisses you off, man.
I asked him like 6 times. I said, look, you're not really breaking the law. I said, other than the fact that the ladies don't want you sitting here in front of City Hall.
See, wait a second. These cops should have said, wait a second. Wait. Why is this guy handcuffed? Why are you putting him in the back of the car? Why are we taking him down to the station? Why are you going to charge him for obstruction? You just now said, again, this is the 7th or 8th time. But for these guys, this is the first time. That's all they should hear. Their ears should be sensitized. Wait a second. We're throwing a guy in the back of a cop car handcuffed, and we're going to kidnap him because after you said he's not committing a crime? Wait. We can't do that. What are you talking about? But they didn't feel... You're not the feelings police. It's your job to inform those women inside City Hall. You may not feel comfortable with this, but that is an exercise of the rights that I promise to protect and defend and promote and preserve. Oh.
You can spread the love anywhere you want to. Sure. Just go stand on that corner, down there, anywhere else.
Screw you.
So I need you to leave, dude, because they don't feel
Look,
comfortable.
this guy's a sergeant too. He's got 3 stripes on the side of his sleeve there. Sergeant. How long has this guy been with the force? These guys don't even know what they're talking. They don't care about the Constitution, guys. They don't care. Do not let your guard down when they approach you with niceness, being all cordial. Don't don't make that being the thing that causes you to diffuse and let your guard down. Stand for your rights. Do not trust these guys. They're looking for a way to tear your guard down. They're looking for an inroad to get you in the back of that cop car. They're looking for a way to trample your rights.
Up here, city property, they can ask you to leave.
Property and he'd be fine.
Yeah. So after like 6 times of that, I was like, yo, I said, well, okay, you know what? I said, are you gonna leave? He's like, am I being trespassed? I was like, now we're playing the game. Okay, let me have your ID. He refused 3 times to give it to me. Done.
Now, I just want to take notes. Now there's 4 units. 4 units out there and at least 5 cops.
So
That would have been very easy. You kept that.
I'm gonna put this in Florida.
I didn't check it out right.
I'm gonna run it on my tablet.
This is evil, guys. This is evil, evil.
Shit.
Is this another undercover pulling up? How many cops are out there? It's ridiculous.
Another vet, 27 years right here in the Marine Corps.
8 years active duty.
All we want you to do is just do the right thing, man. Just do, we all have rules.
413.
That's it.
The kidnappers say, the criminals, the kidnappers, are saying to the guy who they just put in the back of the cop car, all we want you to do is the right thing.
1095 male.
Look at all that manpower. All those wasted resources. Port Wentworth Police Department, guys.
He wanted his phone to stay recording, but now he's under arrest, so we can.
I mean, all of our shit's going, so he can do a.
He can open records request. I left it while before he was under arrest.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, all right. That's his sign or whatever else he's.
This is mass ignorance right here, guys. They're committing this crime on camera in front of everybody. They know they're being recorded.
When
Clueless.
I first started talking to him, he's being cool, man. I was like, yeah, I appreciate the message. It's all good. I said, listen to me, though. I said, the ladies in the office just don't feel comfortable with somebody just standing out here. I said, they just want you to go stand, on the other piece of property.
Where was he at?
Right
Literally in the doorway.
Well, it's away from it, but like by the pillars. I said,
Well, I mean, that's in the doorway.
Well, yeah. And she said, well, and he came in to use the bathroom. I was like, okay, I had no problem with that. Let him use the bathroom, but he walked out.
Okay.
And just came around here with a sign. So.
Seriously, I cannot highlight this enough, guys. Nobody's going to sit there and go, well, hold on a second. There's this thing called the Constitution. Remember when we were in the academy and we all graduated and we all put our hand on the Bible and raised our right hand toward heaven and we swore that we would protect and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And here we are on the back of this cop car, all these resources, all this manpower, and we are becoming the very domestic terrorists that we promised to protect the public from. And this guy's sitting in the back of the cop car having done nothing wrong but exercise the rights that we said we would protect and defend. Does this make sense to you guys? Not one cop is saying that. Not one cop can crack the smelling salts of reality and go, wait a second, whoa, what's going on here? I'd be opening that door. If you were a cop and you knew what was going on and you took your oath seriously, wouldn't you be opening that cop car and getting that guy out, taking his handcuffs off and going, hey, I'm sorry, sir. I'll take care of this yahoo. Go down to the police department with me, Sergeant Yahoo. We need to have a good talking to. And all you other people, get in your cars, meet me down in the office. We're going to be stripping you of your badges. You're going to be spending at least a week in the jail, and you guys are all losing your jobs. That's what should happen. Literally. These people are a danger to the public.
All right, you want to...
Yeah, I'm going to go to 400 help processing on it.
I was going to say Bowles.
I got to go down there because that's my cuffs. Well, my cuffs are in the truck.
Well, then you want to transport then? Well, I don't need to tie two people up for one person's job.
I'll give you a pair of cuffs.
I don't need to
like
tie
5
two people. 5 guys are standing there.
Back to me.
You only got one set of cuffs, Corporal?
I'm going to put this in here so we make sure he gets his property back.
Use both of them.
Sergeant. Stubborn people.
That's what we need, is stubborn people standing on the right to freedom of speech and of the press. And it shall not be abridged. It's being abridged right here. This is video evidence of the abridgment of the freedom of speech.
Oh, I'm good, brother. I got a pair, but thank you. You want to cry about it? I'll give you a set. No, I wasn't crying.
All right, help him out.
Please.
If you don't mind, sir.
No problem. That's what I get paid to do, right?
Fire them all. Fire them all.
I was trying to.
I think that's it, guys. Here's the deal. I'm going to leave the link to Honor Your Oath Civil Rights Investigations YouTube channel. I'll leave the link to this video right here. I think he also has a follow-up link, but he has a court date, I think on August 21st, which is, from right now, it's in about 2 or 3 days. But visit Jeff from Honor Your Oath Civil Rights Investigations. I'll leave that link in the description and in the pinned comment. He's got a short video right here about this same tyrant, and a longer video. Let me see. Yeah, he's got one right here. Sergeant Heminger. And he's got one right here. But I'll leave the link there so you can reach out to him. Let him know High Impact Flicks sent you. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification icon. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with everybody you know. And don't forget to subscribe to my private email list or my website, highimpactflicks.com.